Hello everyone. This is Mrs. Sivasatya, Assistant Professor from IT Department, Ramco Institute of Technology, Rajapalayam. So today we are going to see a few things in UI and UX design subject. So the topics which we are going to today are nothing but research and designing in user experience. So especially identifying and writing problem statements, identifying appropriate research methods, and creating personas. So when coming to learn about UI and UX, the basic difference between UI and UX are the UI in the sense user interface, how a user is approaching a particular advertisement, and the user experience is nothing but how the user is getting experienced with the advertisement. The major difference between these two things are nothing but seeing a thing visually, that is a cutout or else advertisement in the top of a building, or else something in the what is it in the television while we are watching a movie or serials. So those are all called as user interface. They can just watch the images or the videos that are running in front of them. And user experience is nothing but while we are using our mobile phone, if you are getting an advertisement, in the sense sometimes we may enter our details and we can do some search over there, right? So that is called as user experience. They are going to experience with the website and they can learn some knowledge. That is called as user experience. So now we are going to see how can we identify and write the problem statements in this UX research. So the problem statement. First thing, we have to write a problem statement for the particular topic, or else for advertisement, whatever it is. So a problem statement in the sense it has to be sum up of the user pain point or problem that we are going to seek to solve the user. So how, what is a pain point? In the sense, pain point means if the particular user is having certain ideas and they don't know how to develop a environment, in the sense those are called as a pain points in the sense the ideas, the logic, their what is it their new innovations, all those comes under the pain points. And being a designer, for example, consider myself as I'm considering myself as a designer, in the sense how I'm going to develop all those pain points into a beautiful what is it wallpaper, or else a beautiful advertisement, or else a beautiful application, or else a beautiful website. That's a final outcome of their pain point. So being a UX designer, we have to develop a fulfilled environment based upon the requirement of the user. So that's what the definition of this problem statement. Few examples are here, many examples are there, some examples I have taken. So problem statement for a gym, or else for a recruiting agency, or else for a second hand clothing app. Many things are there nowadays. We do have n number of options for this user experience. We can develop a, environment for all the kinds of products. As I said here, a gym. For example, a user is arriving with the concept of opening a new gym. So, being for example, the user is going to be an entrepreneur, and he or she is going to develop a gym, in the sense they may have some idea regarding their gym. So, about the cost, about the timings, about the special equipments they are going to have, and many features. So, prime location, and etc. 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 So how we are going to create a beautiful environment for their requirement? That means how we are going to promote the gym to the end users, in the sense customers. So already one gym is there in the location, and how this new gym is going to overtake the existing one, and how can we promote that? With only with the help of the designing we can do this. Unless what is it we cannot promote anything nowadays with the help of normal talks, or else normal conversation and all. So only we can attract the customer with the help of the designing and a kind of attractive things only. So for creating for launching a new gym, they have to approach a designer for designing all these things. And then understanding all these things are nothing but the understanding the pain points. And then the particular UX designer will create a new environment, a setup for the user, and they will give it to the user. The user can do the corrections, or else they may get satisfied with the design whatever the developer is giving, and then they can launch it, and then they can give it to the end users, that means end customers. From there we can develop the next level. So not only for the gym, we can have anything. at least for a coffee shop, for a small grocery shop. As I said, here are some second-hand clothing app. Many applications are there, right? So Meesho app, many applications. Normal e-commerce websites are also there. So one website is competing with another website by providing more offers and all. So how they are promoting in the sense with the help of the visualized advertisements. So those comes under the user experiences. So next thing is, when should you write a problem statement? So imagining myself as a UX designer, when I have to write a problem statement. So a user is coming to me with with their concept or logic. So how can I approach them? In the sense, I have to do research twice, that is before conducting the user research and after conducting the user research. So the problem statement should be written before the user research. So first I have to write a problem statement. Let us consider the gym example itself. So I have to conduct a research. Okay, what are all these special features the my user is going to give it to the customer? How they are going to overcome the existing gym? All these points I have to search for. Even though the user is giving their ideas and logics, we have to, being a designer, we have to do this type of research, and then we have to develop a design, and after that also we have to do one research. After conducting the user research also, we have to write a problem statement. That means whether all the existing things are covered in our design or not, or else whether we have missed out something, or else we have any missed out any important points, something like that. So twice you have to write a problem statement, that is before starting and after completing. So twice you have to write the problem statement. So how to write a problem statement? How we are going to write the problem statement in the sense, first thing we have to understand the background of a problem. So what is the background? Where they are, where the particular gym is going to locate, why they are starting the gym in that particular place. So what are all these specific things? What are all the specific things that made the user to open a new gym in that particular place? The background you should analyze. Second one, the people affected by the problem. So why they are opening the gym in that particular place? In the sense, there may not be any gym in that location, in that locality, so they may open. So why the user is going to do this in that location, that thing you have to analyze. Next one, the impact of the problem on the organization. So how the particular organization, in the sense, consider all the gyms in the locality, how it is going to give impact to all other gyms. So if my client is going to open a new gym, in the sense, what other gym owners will think, what how it is going to give a impact, or how it is going to make a competition with my client. So all these things we have to analyze. So in this way only we have to write a problem statement. So generally users come up with the normal ideas. Being a designer, we have to promote them with colorful advertisements, colorful designs, and some attractive concepts. Everything we have to bring up. So that's what how we have to write a problem statement. And next thing is nothing but the 7 W's technique. So the 7 W's technique is how the while writing a problem statement, being a designer, we have to answer all these questions. So here we have given 7 W's, right? So 7 questions are there. Actually, these are all the questions. 7 questions we have given here. So all are WH questions. So first one, who is impacted by the problem, and what is the problem they are facing? Where does this problem come up? So from where it is occurring? When does the problem occur? In what situation it occurred? And why does the problem arise? And why does the problem matter? And what impact does it have on the end user or business? For all these 7 questions, WS questions, if we got the answer, in the sense, we can develop a design very easily. So this is the primary concept about this identifying and writing the problem statements. And next thing is nothing but a problem statement should, how it should look. So not be a laundry list of unrelated problems. Generally we should not cover any unrelated problems. If we are taking a gym concept, in the sense, all our content should be relevant to only to the gym and not to the others. So we should focus only on the fitness application and fitness related matters, and we should not touch here and there. That is, unless what is it, unwanted information should not be there in our bucket list. Next one, it should not contain a solution, and final solution also should not be there. A hidden solution should be there. So we can say that we are going to provide this much offer, that much offer, everything we can give. Okay, so but at last, if the end customer is going to approach the gym, and if they are asking for if they are going for in-depth conversation and they are asking for many details, at that time our design should not say lie. Okay, so we should give a solution but not a prompt solution. It should have a solution. Offer is there, alone we have to give. This is one example. We can say that opening offer is there, that's all we have to give. But we should not mention for how many days this opening offer is going to be there, and for how many persons this opening offer is going to be there. We should not mention. That is called as, it should not contain a solution. It should have a solution, but a hidden solution should be there, and it should be brief somewhat. It should be explained. We have to explain here and there, not what is it no we should not create only with images, and we should not create only with the icons, and we should not create only with the tags. Some brief content should be there, here and there it should be there. So this is how a problem statement should look, and what takes place after the statement of your problem. So these two things are important over here. So, with a well crafted problem statement, you can investigate the problem space further and start to think about the possible solutions. What are the solutions we can come up with this particular problem statement? We can think. If the problem statement is well crafted, in the sense, we can easily make a solution for it. And problem statements are just one of the many tools used by UX designers to create impactful user experience. It is one of the tools. Many tools are there, but it is one of the tools which a UX designer can use for bringing up a very good design, or else for bringing up a very good advertisement, we can say. Next one, identifying appropriate research methods. So, what are all the research methods available? So, how to identify all those things? So, that's what I have given here. So, in the dynamic realm of user experience, navigating through an ocean of possibilities can be a very challenging one. Nowadays, making an advertisement it is not a easy thing, right? So, in a street, we do have a 3 to 4 coffee shops. Consider if it is a city. So in city side, in one area, there will be 2 to 3 biryani shops. So which shop is going to get focus to the user, and who is going to give a good biryani, and who is going to give more advertisement regarding that? All these things are because it is going to be a very big challenge to the owner of the particular shop. So we are in a challenging field, even our design. So if our customer is approaching us for a particular design, in the sense our design should not be a normal one. So it should be somewhat an advanced thing. Then only they can bring up the next user to us, right? So in the ocean of possibilities, we have to think more and more to develop a new environment. So UX research is the process of studying the user experience with a product or else with a service also. So researchers observe and analyze how the users interact with the design to improve the usability. They can conduct surveys, interviews, and usability tests. Many things are there. Surveys nowadays, even after what is it, watching a particular video, they are asking for a survey for star rating. They are asking no. So they are asking for a survey, or else they can ask some questions like interview questions. Some yes or no questions will be there, or else some one-line answer questions will be there. We have to answer it to them, and the usability test in the sense. So we have to do some test. That is, we have to give yes or no, good or bad, like or dislike. Many things are there. Even after a travel, Redbus is asking for too many questions with us. So why they are asking all these things, in the sense that they are doing research with the particular passenger. They're doing research with the end customer. Only if the particular platform is having the what is it research only, they can go ahead with the next level. The level of improvement depends on the research only. Completely depends on the research. So, significance of UX research in product design. In product design, what are all the things we have to notice, or also what are all the things we have to understand? The sense enhancing the user satisfaction. So, how we can satisfy the user? So that's one of the important thing. And minimizing the design flaws. So too many flaws should not be there in the design. As I said before, the design should be unique and the design should be clear, and it should not have any solution, but it should be brief. So all things, the mixture of all these things should be a good design. And improving the usability and accessibility. So if I'm accessing from the mobile, in the sense, it should answer, it should not give a report as it is only suitable for what is it a desktop view, it is only suitable for laptop view. These kind of answers should not be there. It should be accessible for all the platforms. And enhancing the decision making, it should enhance our decision making ability. And then facilitating continuous improvement, and also some improvement should be there, right? So we cannot sit only with the application for a longer period. Nowadays if we are using a mobile bank application, in the sense, at least for 6 months once they are doing some updates and all. Even our WhatsApp, we are updating many applications, whatever application we are using in our Android mobile phones, they are making some advancements in their product. That is only for the improvement, the growth for their product. So we have to facilitate the continuous improvement also. And the different types of UX research methods, there are four stages, primary four stages are there. In each stage we can see the things, so how these stages are working. First one, in simple, discovery stage. So first we have to discover what we are going to do. That is nothing but the discovery stage. Next one is exploring stage. We have to explore with the designs. We have to explore other competitors details also. All these things we have to do. Next one is testing stage. Testing, in the sense, we have to what is it, disseminate it to the end users. We have to check what they are doing, whether this is working out or not. All these things we have to test. Then we have to listening, in the sense, we have to get feedback from the particular user or customer. So these are the four different methods. So I have given with some few questions. So, what are all the research methods in the discovery stage? What are all the methods available? And in what is it, exploring stage, what are all the methods available? All these things I have given here. So, all these methods are going to give the answer for the questions what, when, and how. For example, consider the field study. In discovery stage, we do have five different types of what is it, research methods. First one is nothing but field study. So you have to get down into the field and you have to analyze. Even it is, I think, it is not at all a mistake in knocking at the doors of the customer and asking feedback. So many what is it, marketing people are doing that, right? So field study is very important. So what type of field study you have to do, when you have to do, and how you have to do. So for all these things, for these three questions, what, when, and how, is applied for all the five categories. And I hope you can understand. So field study, what type of field study, when the field study should be done, and how it should be done. Next one, diary study. Diary study is nothing but making a notes of all these things. So you have to write. So for example, if you are traveling from one place to another place, suddenly you are getting a point, in the sense, you have to make a note of it in a diary. Next, in another place, if you are having a look at another one thing which is relevant to your content, in the sense, again you have to make a note of it. That's what the usage of diary, right? So the cinema maker, what is it, the producers, directors, and all, they used to write. They used to what is it, roam with a diary or a notepad. So like that, you have to make a notes on all those things. So what type of diary study you are going to do, and when the diary study should be done, and how you are going to do the diary study. So the for this what, when, and how question, every individual will have their own ideas. Those ideas can be implemented on each of the stages. And next one is nothing but user interview. User interview, in the sense, you have, if the particular user is requesting you to give a design, in the sense, you have to ask all the questions. Sir or ma'am, why you are opening this gym in this locality? What is reason behind your startup? And what are all the things you are going to do? All these questions you have to ask from them. And also you have to ask about their competitors also. Sir, in this location already one gym is there, why you are opening the gym in this location? All these questions you have to do. This is what we have seen in some of in one of the previous slides, like the background analysis, right? So that background analysis should be done with the user also. and stakeholder review. So who are all the stakeholders? So for the gym, particular set of stakeholders will be there, and you have to interview those stakeholders also. At last, requirements gathering. So what are all the things needed? So what are all the components needed for designing the thing? So everything should be analyzed. So all these comes under the discovery stage. At the end of the discovery stage, we will have an idea to develop a particular design. So at the end of this discovery stage, we must have an idea. Okay, this is what we are going to do. This is what we are going to design. So this is the primary thing, and this is going to be the conclusion. Like that, we have to have a mindset. Then only we can go into the next stage, which is called as the exploring stage. So in this exploring stage, again here also we do have three questions for all these eight tasks. So first one is design review. You have to get a review. So we have to make a review in this. Actually, in this exploring stage, we have to develop. While we are developing, we will refer some other contents. No, so that's what called as exploring stage. So now I'm preparing this video. In the sense, previously I should have what is it, visit some other videos. I should have view on some other videos. I have taken content from there also. While doing this video, I can what is it, check with other websites also. So I may have some ideas, right? So all these things should be explored. So in our designing methodology also, everything should be explored. First thing, design review. Already we have gathered some ideas, what is it, analysis from the user, and what is it, in customer, that is from the common society also. So with that, we have to make a design review. Okay, so this is what the design I'm going to draw. You can have a paper and pencil initially. You can draw here and there, and you can fix the colors. So this color and this color can be matched. So black and white, or else a colorful combination, whatever thing, you can have a design review. Then persona building. So persona building is generally, persona building is nothing but what kind of development we are going to give to the product. So persona, in the sense, it should exhibit what it is. If a person, in the sense, it should exhibit who he or she is. If a product, in the sense, it should exhibit what the product is going to do. Gym example, in the sense, how the gym is going to get projected to the end user. So that's what the persona building. Task analysis. So we have to analyze the task. What are all the tasks behind the particular advertisement, particular design we are going to do. And competitive analysis. It is very, very important, because we have to take an analysis report with all the competitors. So every competitor should give their we have to approach as a normal what is it, a normal human being, and we can get some details from them, get some kind of input we can gather from them, right? So based on the input also, we can enrich our client. So that shop is doing this one, and you can do this one, and you can promote yourself, because this is our client. So with the help of the competitive analysis also, we can explore our design. And prototype testing. So in this prototype testing, we have to develop, and you can show it to the your colleague, or else we can show it to the our family members, and we can check whether this is okay or not. You have developed a design, and that is going to be a prototype, a skeleton or a prototype we can represent. So that prototype should be discussed with the known people, known community, and then based on their comments also, you can do some changes. And journey mapping. So if it is particularly the our design is going to travel inside the into a particular society, in the sense, how it is going to get journey with the public. A good example for this journey mapping is nothing but a few of the advertisements will be there in our mind for a longer period. So in the childhood memories, I can say, I'm not at all promoting a product or anything, but I can say the Parle G biscuit. So the biscuit cover and the that baby picture in that cover, from my childhood and till until what is it, till date, it doesn't change, right? So that is a kind of journey that particular product is traveling through. So they haven't changed the price, they haven't changed the packet, they haven't changed anything. So that is a kind of journey the product is going to travel through. The journey mapping is very, very important. Even though in this competitive world, many types of biscuits are there, this and that, many things are there. But the old one, as per the proverb, old is gold. The old one still it is. Like the same, we can introduce it to our next generation as this is the one that we have that we had in our younger age, like that we are introducing, right? So that's what called as journey mapping. So whenever you are developing a design, it should have a mapping with the existing things, and also you should have a future analysis also, and write user stories. You can write stories in the sense, not stories, you have to make points of the users. So in future, if the user is coming back to us and asking us to redevelop the design, in the sense, at that time we should not blink at them, they, because they are our customer. So we have to have an elaborate story about them. If after 2 or 3 years they are coming back to you and asking you to re-promote their gym, in the sense, we should have all the contents relevant to them in a specific folder. So you have to write stories about them. And at last, card sorting. So whenever you are working with the kind of, what is it, design and development, you have to sort all those things. So based on the designs, so wedding invitation, in the sense, all those should be sorted in one way. And promotion for a shop, in the sense, it should be in one way. And if it is for a school or college or something else, if it is a higher end for IT companies and all, in the sense, it should be sorted in some way. So everything should have a unique idea, and those unique ideas should not get reflected in all your designs. So you should not use the school image or a school advertisement for shop advertisement, or for another one college advertisement. So you have to classify all those things. Your school advertisement should be like this, your college advertisement should be like this, and your shop advertisement should be like this. Like that, you have to sort out all the things. So in this way only we can explore our talents and knowledge in the field of designing. And next method is nothing but testing stage. So here the basic three testing stages are nothing but usability testing. So first thing, the based on the usage, like the ratings and all, we will be getting, no. So based on upon the usability, or nowadays the YouTube and all other channels are taking the thumb symbol, that is like symbol and all. So based on that, the usability testing and accessibility evaluation, this is how it is being evaluated, all those things. And benchmark testing. So benchmark testing means how the particular product is reaching the end customer with the success rate. That's what called as a benchmark testing. All these types of testing should be done for our product, then only we will be able to develop a new product in future. And next one is nothing but listening stage. So this is one of the what is it, important stage for a developer. So listening stage is nothing but we have to get hear from our customers. So based on the survey, or else from the search log analysis we can get, or else from the usability reviews, or else analytics reviews we can take, and FAQ, frequently asked questions. So all these things are some of the listening stages where we can learn from our mistakes, and we can express our talents in the next level with the help of this listening stage methods. So these are all the things we have to do before creating a particular design. So this is actually research method. This is a kind of research. These are all the methods. Once we are well versed with all these methods, in the sense we will be able to what is it? We can do some better things in the future. Being a designer, we can think and think, overthink. Overthinking is much needed in this field. So all these appropriate methods should be there in our designing concept. And next topic is nothing but personas. So as I said before, persona in the sense it should exhibit a thing. If a product, for example, consider my mobile phone. So for mobile phone, how I can create a persona in the sense, what is a product name, what is a specification it is having, what about the RAM, and what about the mobile pixel rating, what about the battery storage. All those things are for the mobile persona. That is nothing but for a product I'm making persona. For else, if not, if I'm going to create persona for me, in the sense, what are all the things I'm going to exhibit about myself to the for example, interview session, we can consider an interview session. What are all the things I'm going to explain about myself? Because while I'm sending a CV or resume to an organization, in the sense, before having a conversation with me, and before visualizing me, they have to understand who I am, right? So that's what called as persona. That's what called as persona, and we can see how we can create the persona. It should be have fictional characters. Fictional characters, in the sense, it is not about fictional things. We should be a fictional character to them. So on reading my resume itself, the organization should understand, okay, oh, this person is like this, oh, he or she completed this one, okay, next level she is going to do this. Oh, these are all the things she has completed, these are all the things she is going to pursue. All these things they should understand, right? At that time, I should be a fictional character in the mind one who is reading my resume. So the persona should be it should be fitted with the fictional character session. And while creating personas, it helps the designer to understand the user's needs, experience, behaviors, and goals. All these things will be there in our resume, right? So imagine your resume, and come into the topic called as creating a persona. So personas are more than people. Of course, as I said before visualizing me, before seeing me, they will be they are seeing my resume, in the sense they have to understand who I am. So it is a more than a people. So more than a people, in the sense, it should cover up all the things in the paper. We are going to send our resume in the format of paper, or else as a soft copy, right? So the document should speak about you. That's what called as creating a persona. So it should have distilled essence of real users. The essence should be there. So it should not have I study there, I study here, I know this, I know that, I will not do this, not like that. So it should have a essence of our real feelings should be there in the persona. And user persona to build use the personas to build empathy with target users and focus on their world. So we have to target the user, right? So if I'm applying for a or what is it teaching institution, in the sense, it should my persona should be what is it it should satisfy the institution oriented people. If I'm going to apply for a company, for an IT industry, in the sense it should cover up with the concepts which are relevant to the organization. In IT industry, I cannot go and tell that I can teach this subject, I can teach C++, I can teach Java. I cannot tell that. And in an institution, I cannot come and say, what is it? I can do this managerial role, I can do this HR work. Those things I cannot say in an institution, right? So your target user, who is going to be your target user, and based upon the user, we have to create our persona. Always create personas from the observations about the real users. We should create a persona only with the observation from the user. So here in this case, why we have mentioned that a user, in the sense, some people will have their ideas, and they don't know how to create a perfect resume, right? So that time they can approach a company, or else like a designer and all. So that time we have to create a user persona. We have to stand on their shoes, we have to have some empathy over them. We should think on their shoes, and we have to create a persona for them. So this is not for creating our own. So this is for creating persona for someone else. How you are going to create a persona for someone else? So that's the idea behind all these things. And personas are more than people, as I said before. These 3 points we have seen here, right? It should have some perfect essence in the persona, and also it should have some empathy with the target user, and it should have some observation. And next thing is nothing but it should shape the personas iteratively, in the sense, it should have some repetition in the sense, I'm not at all repeat and you should not think that repeating the points. Iterative in the sense, how you are going to convey the things repeatedly, in the sense, you should make the reader of your resume to read your resume once again. Okay, in the first attempt itself, they should not throw the paper out of the table. They should read it again and again. That's what called the iterativeness in your persona. And divide the users into manageable groups and represent each with a typical embodiment. That is called as a persona. So you have to what is it create a specific what is it client, or a specific fan for your persona. So on reading your persona itself, they have to decide this particular person should come and attend this interview, or we have to meet them without fail because their resume is too good, like that they should think. So that's what called as a user persona, creation of a successful user persona. Here I have given a sample. See here. So this is a persona of nowadays. Actually, in our country, we are not all preparing a resume in this pattern. So this is one method. This is one kind of persona that we can create. So see here, she might be Rebecca, right? So what she is doing, what are all the things she is interested, and see here, she has given her story, she has explained her situation, what is her interest, and how can we interact with her, what are all the influences for her, everything she has given in a normal, what is it, casual format. Here, nothing is traditional. It is a simple, simply a casual thing, right? So simply she has given. This is also a kind of attractiveness for creating a persona, but I'm not sure whether this type of personas are acceptable in a institution or organization where we are standing now. But this is a kind of. Which I liked very much, so that only I have taken this as an example. And this interaction, see, I have given the website also. From this website only I have taken Interaction Design Foundation. So in this website, if you go and search, in the sense, you will be able to see many types of ideas and many what is the concept behind this UX design and all. This is a hint for future reference. And while creating personas, what are all the steps that should be followed? So all the things are given here. So collect the extensive data on target users. So we have to collect the data from the user, and then we have to determine the qualities of and differences between the users. So what are all the qualities they do have? How can we differentiate our user from the other user? All these things we have to determine, and develop a hypothesis from the research, determining the qualities of and differences between other users. You have to develop a hypothesis. Generally, our thing should be a hypothetical one. They have to think why we have to give this job to this particular person, particular candidate. They have to think ours should be somewhat hypothetical than others, and ensure the stakeholders agree on the hypothesis about the users. So you have to check with your stakeholders are nothing but one who is working with you is also a stakeholder, right? So you have to check whether we can give this type of input for this user, in the sense it is going to work or not. These are all the details about my client. How can I create a persona for them? So whether these will work or not, like that you can check with the stakeholders also. So determine a number of personas, more than one per project, but focus especially on one. So generally, I do have two types of resumes. So for what is it? Certain kind of things I used to submit one thing, and for certain kind of why used to submit one. That means I'm having two different type of resume called X and Y. For X type of workplace, I will be submitting the X resume, and for Y type of workplace, I used to submit the Y resume. So like that, you can have more one or more number of personas, but you have to concentrate on any one especially. Then, so name and describe each persona in 1 to 2 pages. So persona should be of 1 or 2 pages. We should not give a elaborated story for 10 to 15 pages. Then they may get bored. And we should not give a small abstract in a half page. Then they will not understand anything about us. So we should give clear things. So what are all the inclusives we can give? We can give in the sense a picture we can give. That is a photo of ourselves. It is not a mandatory thing, it is an optional one. And our values, interest, education, lifestyle needs, what are all the attitudes, what are all the desires we do have, what are all the limitations about ourselves, and our goals. That means the future ambitions and behavior patterns. How can we behave in that particular environment? Everything should be there, and extra details about the persona. So some kind of extra details also we can. I like gardening. I love to hear music, and I like to read novels. All these things are about the extra details. Or else our workplace, I can work here, I can work over here. Some kind of extra details also can be there in our persona development. And we have to describe several situations, scenarios promoting the persona to use your product. That means the reader should get what is it, they should have some kind of interest over our persona. Shall we read this persona once? Shall we read this resume once again? Some kind of interest should be there. We have to kindle the interest of the reader. That's what are the primary thing in creating a persona. And next thing is nothing but include everyone involved in the project so they'll accept the persona or advise the revisions. As I said before, you can check with your stakeholders based on the on your result. Not with all the employees. You may have one or two colleagues. To you closely, right? So you can check with them whether these contents are good or not. Like that, you can check with them. Send them the persona to use in their work, and then at last, after checking with your colleagues and stakeholders, you can share it with your end user. Now the user is going to upload his or her persona in a public forum, and they if they are getting a job with your persona, in the sense the credits completely moves to you only. So send the persona to them and ensure everyone develops the scenarios, and at last make continuous adjustments. If your user is not at all comfortable with your design or not at all comfortable with your wordings or your explanation, in the sense they will come back. Definitely they will come back for readjustment. Okay, they will ask us to reallocate the words and things in the persona, in the sense we have to do that. So it is going to be an iterative thing unless the user is going to get a job. So this is what I can say here. And at last, how to use the persona in design projects. So the final thing about the persona in a design project, how you can create a persona that stays in the context. So for a design project, as I said before, consider my mobile phone as a object. How I'm going to create a persona for my mobile phone, in the sense I should stay in the context. What is a model, what is a design, what is a screen size it is going to have, all these things, and reflects the target user's real behavior patterns, skills, attitudes, skill set, motivation, goals, etc. These things already we have seen in the previous slide itself. So every behavior pattern should be there in the project, the details. So if you are purchasing a mobile, in the sense they will not at all sell only the mobile, right? Along with this mobile, we will be getting a manual. In that manual, again, all the specifications will be mentioned. So that's what called. So if I'm going and standing in front of the interview panel, in the sense, more than myself, my resume will speak. If you have noticed, in the sense, you can see while they are interviewing us, they will have our resume in their hand and they may ask questions from that resume also. If we are missing out something, in the sense they will ask us to explain the particular concept which is given in the persona. So in the persona, we cannot give any fake informations also. So we should be very careful and we should be very clear in preparing a persona. It should has an end goal. Final goal is nothing but getting a job, simply. And faces realistic and relevant scenarios. Everything should be relevant. We should not say a story that I born in USA. I was there. I can go I can go to this place. I can speak this language. Like that, you cannot give any fake information and all. Everything should be relevant. So our content should be relevant to the document. Occupies a clear setting. So it should have a clear setting. So what are all the things? So if I am getting a job, in the sense, what are all the things I'm going to do? If I'm getting a mobile, in the sense, what type of facility I'm going to get from this mobile? Everything should be set clear on the manual. Has visible pain points. A pain point should be there, here and there. So it should exhibit your knowledge and exhibit yourself to the opponent team. And the empathy map. So the empathy map I have given here. So this is what the empathy map example. So what it says and what it does and what it thinks and what it feels. So what is for product, and I can say this for a person is how he or she say, how can we say about her, what does she perform in her previous workplace, and what she thinks and what she feels, like that. So empathy map is nothing but, as I said before, we have to stand on the shoes of the user and you have to think like them. Then only you will be able to create a beautiful persona. So, and I hope I have given somewhat a clear idea about the research methods for doing research in the designing technologies, and the few stages we have seen, and how can we create personas, everything we have seen here. So in future, I'm looking forward to create more videos related to this UX experience and user interface also. uh, Thank you for your patience, and thank you so much.